Hello, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Huddersfield Town Fan TV for another live show. Yes, we are back. Thought I would go live to discuss our newest signing made just a few hours ago, as Murray Wallace has rejoined the club to become our 6th summer signing. And yes, of course, I did do 2 videos already today, so I thought I'd come on live and add a bit of variation, but I hope you're all doing well. We're going to get into all the details, share my reactions to everything very, very soon. But first, make sure you drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let me know your thoughts down below in the chat as we go along, your thoughts on this signing. But yeah, let's see who's in. Joseph's in. He said, hello, Ryan. How are you? Yeah, I'm doing all right, thanks. Joseph, how are you doing? Good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. Josh said, hi, Ryan. Hope you're well. Hello, Joshua. Good to see you as well. Yeah, doing all right. I hope you're well. 4 signs to defence. Wow, yeah. Just fantastic, isn't it, now? But, look, we're going to get into it because, like I said, and we'll see how long this lasts this evening, because I'm not sure how long, but it is what it is. Probably won't last the full hour, but we'll go through how long it takes. This is Murray Wallace is a Terry. He hates Bradford. Yeah, obviously. A lot of banter between the 2 clubs at the moment, isn't there? But look, yes, so Murray Wallace has rejoined the club, like I say. 32-year-old will return to the club on a 2-year contract following his release from Championship side Millwall. Where he has been since 2018. So Wallace does join midfielder Ryan Ledson, winger Marcus Harness, and and defenders Joe Lowe, Sean Rowan, and Josh Feeney. So many names to go off there. We're not used to this. That's as the list of the players that we've bought this summer. Now, Murray Wallace, 420 appearances, career appearances since he turned pro, 124 League One appearances, and he made 60 appearances for us as well, because of course he did play for us a good while back now, but he did play for us. Michael says, evening, Ryan, hope you're okay. Good evening to you, Michael. Doing all right, mate. How are you? And just currently on the way home from college. Make sure to tune into this live stream after seeing you. Make sure to tune into this live stream after seeing you in another sign. Yeah, big up to you, Josh. I love the commitment, joining even if you are on your travels back home from college. But thank you so much for being here. But look, obviously, Lee Grant, the boss, has come out and said a few words about this. I will get into my thoughts in a moment, but let's see what the boss has to say. He said, we're pleased to have Murray join our evolving defensive unit, and it's especially pleasing that he's another new face that will be alongside us from day 1 of pre-season later this week. So yes, the lads return to pre-season later this week. So I wonder if they might return on Friday then and just kind of do obviously they have to do all the tests and everything before they start, obviously start getting to work. You also a committed defender who clearly knows what it means to represent the club already. The experience and leadership qualities he possesses are also going to be an asset for us. Having introduced a number of younger defenders into the side already this summer as we continue to maximise potential and invest in the future of our squad, Murray's voice will be key, both at the back and in the dressing room. And then finally, Grant said, another versatile player who's comfortable in multiple roles across the back. Murray continues to allow us to be tactically flexible and adaptable, which is important ahead of a long season to come and different styles of opponents to face. Yeah, so obviously that was the boss, Lee Grant, saying a few words there. I do agree with him. Let's have a look. You're on the bus, yeah. Obviously. It's all right then. Just says, what a start to the window. A couple of attacking players needed now. Joe says, yeah, look, obviously, yeah, it's been a fantastic set. I've already said it on the channel. I just feel like I'm dreaming right now of how we're actually operating in this transfer market. You know, we're not used to this. And, you know, I've been really impressed. I can't fault any of the signings we've made so far. And I can see that there's a direction, there's an ambition going to next season. I can see that we're serious about going for more, you know, going for not just promotion, going for automatic promotion next season. And that's what I like, you know what I mean? It's just fantastic. It's refreshing to see. I'm happy, you know, happy that I'm seeing it, and just feel like I'm dreaming though, like I said. But yeah, no, obviously attacking players desperately needed now, and I agree with you, mate. You know, we have sorted out the back now. So Goodman, hopefully the goalkeeper, will come in on loan. I expect that to happen still, guys. No, we haven't heard anything since that since last week, but end of last week. But I do think it will happen. It is a loan deal, and obviously you know, these loans can take longer. And like I said, players are already on holiday as well at the moment as well. They'll be coming back quarterly at some point. So yeah, it does kind of slow things up a little bit. But yeah, I think Goodman will sign for us. And then obviously, yeah, like I say, you know, creative midfielder. A winger or two, another winger, I would say. We need another striker as well. So yeah, but yeah, I agree, mate. It's fantastic, isn't it? I finished college officially tomorrow. Oh dear, well, nice. But you're glad, aren't you? You've got a long summer ahead of you to refresh the batteries. Michael says, solid signing with the championship experience after we missed out on Powdy O'Connor. Yeah, no, I agree. And hello to Suna. Hello. How are you doing? Good to see you back here, and I hope you're doing well. And thank you so much for tuning in this evening. But look, let's have a look what Murray Wallace had to say as well. He started with saying it's a brilliant feeling to be back at the club, and it was an easy decision to return once I became aware of the interest. It feels like a bit of a full circle moment, having left almost a decade ago. And there's a real excitement around the club this summer for the season to come. And that's something I want to contribute to and be part of. Every discussion I had with the manager, Lee Grant, was incredibly positive. And the clarity and the confidence he had about the way he wanted us to play was a huge appeal. Every single player has said that about what the manager said to them. And this is why I feel like this guy, you know, Lee Grant, I feel like we're going to have a really good season under him. You know, it's going to be a special season. That's the way I feel, despite him not having any experience being a manager before. And he also said, I know how important and passionate the supporters are here, and I'm looking forward to being back out there playing for them again soon. So yeah, look, obviously really, really good to see him back, to be fair. I am happy about it. Now, like I said, he did play for us in his first stint was between 2012 and 2016. Obviously now signing for us again to provide that experience in defence. The oldest defender already on the books is 26-year-old Balker, while new signings Lowe, 23, Rowan, 22, and Thie, 20, are all on the more junior end of the scale, if you could say so. Obviously, Wallace's professionalism is fantastic, which should be useful in a dressing room that now kind of has them younger players in there than it did following the departures of the likes of Matty Pearson, Tom Lees, and Jonathan Hogg. But look, my thoughts on this signing. Soon says you're looking good today. It's nice to see you, my friend. Oh, thank you very much. I don't feel good today, to be fair, in terms of the way I look. But yes, obviously I need to shave again, as you can see, guys. But it is one of those. But yeah, good to see you as well. Thank you so much, Suna, for your kind words and your support. But look, obviously my thoughts on this signing then, obviously for me, I think it is a signing that does make sense. I think he'll be a very useful squad player. I'm not sure if he'll be a starter, with the other guys that have come in. I do think they are ahead of him. But he is full of experience. So a good person to have around the place, especially, like I said, with that youthful kind of backline that we've got at the moment, with the additions of Lowe and Rowan and Feeney. That has obviously made it more youthful at the back compared to what we had last season with the likes of Pearson and Lees. And obviously, he does know the club inside out after spending 4 years with the club previously. And so he's already familiar with, the surroundings of everything at the club, the players, the area, you know what I mean? He just knows us inside out. And I do think he's a good senior pro to have around the dressing room. And I think he's a solid sign. It's not a glamorous signing, but it's a solid sign. It's a signing that we need. It's a necessity to have a sign like this. Doesn't excite you, but it does obviously kind of think, this is a real solid signing kind of feeling to it. And, you will lead by example. And to be honest, I didn't really expect us to get another defender in. I thought we'd kind of stocked up all right with defence. But then, obviously, news came through this afternoon, and with Wallace returning, but obviously we do know how much of a liability the likes of Balker is, so it does make sense to bring another addition in. However, Wallace has had these injury issues himself last season, I will just add. So hopefully that's behind. Hopefully those kind of issues are behind him. Obviously he's 32 now, so obviously you do start to pick up maybe a few more injuries as you get older. But yeah, hopefully he can stay fit and be available when called upon. So now we've got 4 new signings in defence, which, like I say, add quality and they add depth, which is what we need. And, I always say that football, it's how you build from the back in terms, going to be the foundation start at the back, in my opinion. If you're solid at the back, you've got a good goalkeeper you can rely on. You can build from that, and that'll help you because, like I say, if you've got a solid back line and a very good goalkeeper, you obviously not have the pressure on the players further up the field to score a lot more goals than the opponent isn't obviously as big because we're not conceding that many. So yeah, obviously that's where I've always believed football is. But look, yeah, the rebuild continues. Like I say, happy with all the signings so far. I can see the reasoning behind each signing as well, and I do feel like they've been thought out as part of a plan. You feel like there's a plan this summer, and that's what we're doing. Next season, for me, I feel like it's going to be a really positive season, winning plenty of games, good football, finally. And, maybe just maybe we're going about in the right direction to have a lot of joy next season. And come the end of the season, that obviously celebration of promotion, that's what we want. That's what we want to be doing at the end of next season. The reward for having a good season is to get promoted, but we'll have to wait and see what happens, really, won't we? Mr. Mitchell's hope his spell with us this time is better than last. Lots of experienced game. Let's see if it pays off. Yeah, obviously, there's been a few people say that about obviously his first stint at the club, and it wasn't the best, was it? Really, it could have gone a lot better than what it did. But yeah, like I say, obviously he has gone away, built more experience, and now let's see what kind of Murray Wallace will get this time round. Hopefully it does pay off the experience that he's gained. Just says, does anyone know what formation we're going to play? For me, I think I've already kind of said it, Joseph, on my previous videos and streams, but I said it that because Grant did play, well, he did obviously under McKenna together. They played a 4-2-3-1 at Ipswich for a number of years, and I do kind of sway towards that formation, really. That's what I think we will go with. However, I would like to see 2 up front, guys. I'm going to be honest. That's how I see it. But it remains to be seen. I'm not saying, I'm just kind of presuming it and assuming at this stage, and that's all we can do until we start seeing the pre-season and seeing how we're setting up in the formation. Then we'll know quickly enough what we'll be playing. But for me, I would like to see 2 up front, but it's just having a formation that will suit that. But we'll have to wait and see. Students is very solid signing, to be honest, and hopefully we can get Owen Goodman in now. Yeah, obviously, there's obviously speculation that potentially that Goodman deal will be completed by the end of the week. So fingers crossed. And then we can really just focus on the attacking areas then, because like I said, we are short in those attacking areas still. We do need a playmaker in there. And if you haven't already gone to see my videos I did today, I did obviously report on a story this afternoon, obviously, with Ethan Galbraith, who is being linked with us. Apparently, we have made a 2.5 million bid for his services, the Leyton Orient midfielder. We'll see how that develops. But I do think we need some creativity further forward. I know we've got Harness in there now, but we need one or two more, and then we need another striker, and I'll be happy. I'll be absolutely buzzing with that. Have you seen the rumours about Ethan Galbraith? Yes, sooner. Obviously, I did do a video. Obviously, you obviously missed it, but yeah, I did a video a few hours ago. So do go and check that one out after the stream if you can, and drop a like and share your thoughts on that as well in the comment section on that video. So yes, I have, and I've done a video on it indeed. HDFC Edit, hello Ryan, hi, hello to you. And you also love the content, mate. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy it. Really appreciate it. I don't really see why we signed a 32-year-old centre back when we signed 3, and he won't get many. We won't get many seasons out of him. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying, but I think it's because we haven't got any experienced players at the back, Edits, and I do think it is vital to have at least one experienced head. You know what I mean? In and around the squad. So yeah, I think that's the thinking behind it. It might only have a few seats, but it's only a 2-year contract. So I do like the fact that we've only given him a 2-year contract because he is 32. And, if you look at what one of those players that went to Blackpool that we were linked with, from the lad from Sheffield Wednesday were 32. He was wanting a 4-year contract at 32. But we've said no. We've said we're going to give you a 2-year contract to Wallace, and he's accepted it. So I like the way we're going about this. We've got nothing to lose with a 2-year contract, to be honest with you. So yeah, I think really, in hindsight, I don't see a problem with it at all. But look, that's kind of all I've got to say today, really, guys. Obviously, I did want to do a live show tonight because obviously I've done 2 videos today already. So I thought, let's mix it up, let's go live and just kind of discuss this signing. But yeah, I'm very happy with it. It's not an exciting signing, but it's a solid signing. It's a necessary signing. And we've got a reunion back with Murray Wallace. So let's see what version of Murray Wallace we'll get this time. But yeah, obviously a good lead by example, good professional. That's what you want around the dressing room, guys. Good professionals. Lead by example, and obviously he will help the younger lads as well in there. Especially likes of Feeney, who obviously is the youngest out of the players that we've signed in defence, and yeah, it'll be valuable to those guys to learn off. And yeah, well, let's see what happens. But any final comments, do get them in. But we are going to wrap up very, very soon. So yes, just to kind of go through a few things before we do leave you this evening. The channel rebrand is launching. Yes, 9 days to go. There will be a shiny new look to the channel, and I'm excited to bring you guys the new look. I love it. I'm sure you will love it, and I'm really excited to bring it to the channel. So yes, a week on Friday at 10 o'clock for that. So yes, I'm excited to get that properly, kind of up and running, and I think it'll look a lot more professional, my channel, with the new rebrand. And also, anybody that does want to come on the channel next season, do get in touch with me. Obviously, I am looking to try and get maybe 1 or 2 Town fans on throughout the season. Not every single live show, but just every now and then. It'd be good to have some people that are interested. So if you are interested, or if you know anybody that's interested, make sure you do get in contact with me on my socials, HTFTV8 on Instagram and X. And also, if you don't want to do that, you can drop me an email, HuddersfieldTownFanTV@gmail.com. Register your interest, and it'll be good to get a few people on next season. Like I said, I know a lot of my viewers do like to just comment in the chat, and I appreciate that. But I would like to kind of get a little bit of interaction via a guest as well, if I can. Just something that I'm hoping to do next season. Edit says Lee's joined Harrogate. The last I saw was that he was linked with them, wanted, but I don't know if I don't think it's been announced yet, has it? Not that I've seen, anyway. Yeah, I've not seen anything about that edit. So yeah, presuming not yet. Joe says, what team this is? This will be Goodman, Spencer, Lowe, Rowan, Miller, Ledson, Kasum, Harness, Galbraith, Ruskin, and Taylor. Yeah, I mean, look, that lineup, even reading it brings a smile to your face. You feel, wow, yeah, what we have upgraded massively if we can get the likes of Goodman in and Galbraith. But even without those guys, we still look like we're heading in the right direction. Now, we may not even be able to get Galbraith, guys, because there's a lot of people that are saying it's more agent talk, and it's more, because really he'll have interest from the Championship because he's that good of a player. And people are saying, is this kind of just to try and get the price up for a team in the Championship to pay? But I don't know, we'll have to see. But Goodman, I'm pretty positive that will happen. Just will take time, because like I say, he's a loan. I'm not panicked about that, you know what I mean? Crystal Palace want him to go out on loan. It will happen when it happens. I do believe it will be by the end of this week, Friday at the latest, that we'll get that completed. But yes, no, it's fantastic, isn't it, to have a team that we can actually really fully get behind and actually think, you know what, by the end of the summer, we'll think to ourselves, you know what, full credit to Nagel, you know what I mean, Lee Grant, who's obviously had a huge input in the recruitment. Big up to all of them for especially Nagel, who has learned his lessons this time, and he has changed the way we operate. In terms of, like I said, we haven't got a sporting director, so he sacked the sporting director eventually, and now we're on this new kind of path because he could see that it wasn't working previously. So yeah, lessons have been learned, and that's what I like. So let's see. I make sure to check out your video. Yes, if you haven't seen any of the other videos that I've done today, guys, obviously do make sure you go and check those 2 videos out I've done, and drop a like and comment your thoughts on them as well. Appreciate it. Like to see. I like to see that Nagel has ambition and has finally rebuilt the same. Team we've had since 2021. If we get back to the Championship, we have to work that hard recruitment. Wise. Then, obviously, we need to just keep recruiting the right kind of profile of players. Rumours are that we are eyeing up York City striker Ollie Pearce. I did see a few kind of things, but I haven't seen anything that's official as such. And look, a lot of people, for me, we don't want to be going down that route. In my opinion, I wouldn't really be excited by the potential of him coming into the club. There's been a few comments about he would probably be struggling to be at this level. Obviously, he'll struggle to be in League One and be a good player at this level. That's what some people are saying out there. So I don't really think that fills me with great confidence when people are saying that. So no, I'm not sure there's any legs in this story either, to be honest with you, Michael. But I know I have seen it. I think I've seen it once, but don't think it's anything that's serious, to be honest with you. But yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to head off now, but thank you for watching. Obviously, this is probably the last live show of the week. I'll do a few more videos before the week's out, hopefully with some new signings as well. Or I might just go live on Friday, to be fair, for another live show, but I'll see. Depends on what happens, see how busy it gets with the news over the next few days. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and thank you all for your contributions. And comment your thoughts if you are watching this on playback as well. Appreciate you all. I'm going to shamelessly check how many likes we've got in this stream, because we've got 12 likes. So we're doing it with, and there's 14 of you watching. So 13 likes now. Big up. Thank you for the 13th like, whoever you are. Joseph, thanks for having a great stream. Lee Grant's Barney. No problem, Joseph. Good to see you back. I haven't seen you for a while, to be fair, mate. It's good to see you back. And yes, so Murray Wallace has rejoined the club, and we have now bolstered our defence even further. Let's see what the rest of the week holds. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all your support. And I will see you all maybe tomorrow for some more Huddersfield Town Con. If not, hopefully on Friday we'll get some content out there. But we'll just see what the news comes out, what news or rumours come out over the next 24, 48 hours. But thank you so much for your support. We will be back soon. And I appreciate every single one of you who tune in. Have a good rest of your day, whatever you get up to. And I'll see you all on the next one. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, great stream. Ryan says, yeah, forgot to take that coin off, which is why I delayed. Right, see you later, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.